But we got the last one, and this is going to be a doozy. This is going to be a long one. This is already taking longer than I wanted to, but I'm still doing Honkai. Hopefully I could do both parts of Honkai, but if I can only do one part, then I'll figure out when to do the second part. But we got Luna Laurel, and it's 8 parts. This is the longest of the stories, if you don't count the ones that go across multiple characters. This is the longest single story. I don't know what to expect. Because as far as we know, the only interaction the Commandants really had with Luna is in Chapter 13. So this is either going to be very far in the future, or this is going to be like some alternate reality. Though I guess for alphas, they made it so it was remote. So maybe this could be something similar to alphas, where they're not actually together, but they're communicating. But, we'll see. Luna Laurel, Part 1. Whine. A deafening whine pierces through your eardrums and slithers deep into your mind. What is this place? Your mind feels like mush. Colors seem to mix together. The air is stagnant with the smell of vital fluid and a certain metallic tang. You see nothing but whiteness. Is this when you connect to her? What is happening? A sudden voice, misty and dreamlike, seeps over from afar. Commandant. Link stabilizer. Huh? You try to ask the voice, but nothing comes out of your mouth. Only the cold, rusty air floods in, bringing with it a displeasing dampness. Stabilize mind beacon. After a short while, your vision finally returns to normal. The whiteness disperses and a gray ceiling enters your eyes. A metallic floor then follows. The sight is both a familiar and foreign one. This is the underground cave in City 075. Indeed, this place looks the same as the secret base of the Ascendants, or at least as you remember it, but then why would you be here? A sudden headache bites away at you, disturbing your thoughts. Corrupted. Corrupted? This looks bad. This looks real bad. Have you looked at your hands yet? Are you actually in your own body? No, this is the Commandant. Retaliate. Commandant's a badass. You subconsciously reach for your pistol, only to find nothing. And completely unarmed. And so, before the Corrupted can land a hit on you, you take a mighty leap and run for your life. All thanks to the physical training in FOS, you manage to quickly lose the Corrupted. As you run, memories flash past your eyes. Commandant, are you sure? I'll keep monitoring the stability of your mind. If anything bad happens, disconnect immediately, but well, you know that already. Don't know who this is, but I would assume... You would think it'd be Luna. Is this all gonna be like memories of Luna? Memories converge like leaves caught in a stream. You linked your mind to an Ascendant. Her hair long and pristine, skin pallid and almost translucent, and that gaze ever so mysterious. I linked with Luna. Commandant, connecting with an Ascendant is extremely dangerous. We don't know what might happen. I know, but we've been doing fine so far. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. So this might be happening during that moment. Yes. Commandant, leave this to me. Okay. What happened after that? You only remember a hazy whiteness, then pain, darkness. So this might literally be what happened when you connected minds. No, can't remember anything else. You come to the same conclusion as before. This is indeed the underground cave in City 075. Yet something is amiss, like how the ground is rumbling as if something is moving beneath. Why did you wake up here after you connected with Luna? Not to mention how your mind beacon is still strongly connected to a certain unknown signal. Connected to Luna. They're here again. A horde of corrupted slowly pour out of a building not so far away. They are somehow shambling towards you with pinpoint accuracy, as if installed with radars. A new corrupted. Oh, Alpha. Suddenly, a ghostly shadow slides out of the darkness and blocks your path. Alpha? The Alpha before you is silent, her gaze taking on the iciness, magnitudes above her usual self, or more accurately, her eyes seem to be unfocused. Trying to do. Alpha ignores your question. She draws her weapon and mechanically trudges forward. The corrupted behind her also seem to have multiplied in numbers, like mad. Where did they come from? Right as Alpha raises her blade, the answer to the series of strange events finally strikes you. This isn't the real world. You're gonna get pain if you get cut. You take a step back, barely dodging the attack. The wind from the cut still scratches you like a whip. Sure hurts like reality, though. The Alpha-looking someone is not over yet. She attacks you once more. Only I had a weapon. Dodging the attack, you scan around for a makeshift weapon, and you discover a white figure about 10 meters away from you, just around the corner. Huh? Hearing what you just said, Alpha finally gives a reaction. She stops attacking to turn and look behind her. Now, knowing full well that your fragile human body cannot keep up with the construct, you quickly come up with an ingenious plan, worthy of your top graduate spot in Commandant School. Oh my god. Bragging in that. Oh my god. Do we run? Or do we run? We gotta do the second one. Phone? Leave me alone. Another crazy long distance ball. What the heck? To this strange Alpha, the Luna around the corner is evidently more interesting to her than you are. She simply ignores you and sheaths her blade, slowly approaching Luna. The corrupted nearby, as if following the same command, also move toward Luna. Their eyes glow in a sanguine redness, brighter than before. This isn't right. Genius plan, yeah. 10 out of 10. Worthy of grade A, right? Just perfect. Top of his class. They seem to be... The Luna hiding in the corner shuffles. She seems to have noticed the wave of corrupted heading for her. Luna covers her mouth and takes a few steps back. She then pivots and bolts into the darkness, her tiny frame quickly dissolving into nothing. They're attacking Luna. At the very least, Alpha and the corrupted are still going after her. You should be safe for now. You slowly jog to a halt as you reach a hiding place and finally catch a breath. Making good use of this opening, you get your thoughts in order. I connected. Indeed, there was no other way. And then I woke up in this place. Fun fact about this is only canon for 50% of players, because some people chose to not connect to Luna. I chose to connect to Luna, so this makes sense for me. And then I woke up in this place. Everything here makes no sense. That Luna running away. Alpha was brimming with hostility for her sister, and Luna herself seems to be targeted by the corrupted as well. Based on all that has happened, plus the fact that this cannot be the real world, this leaves only one option. The mind. That is fair. Most people probably connected. This is the only plausible explanation. Since minds are highly incompatible with other consciousnesses, some minds would activate a self-defense mechanism during a mind link and attack any consciousness within. or so you have heard from Asimov. Luna, then this is possible. Surveying your surroundings once more, you find it to be deathly quiet. Nothing obvious comes to your attention. Can't sit here and do nothing. I am sure there is some monsters that chose it, but who knows. Footsteps ring out in the long and narrow path. A hint of fear shows on the lone maiden's face. Looking completely lost, air distorts around her as she passes, materializing into cubes of data. They crumble as quickly as they appear. Hearing the mechanical thumps from behind and around her, she becomes disoriented more and more. Run. Dead end. Turn. Dead end. Turn again. Another dead end. The paths all begin to blur together. The sounds behind her, too, begin to merge into clear footsteps, edging ever closer. Angst. How foreign this feeling must be to her. She runs, headed toward a destination she does not even... The enemies behind her approach with malice that is almost palpable. Ice-cold fear creeps up the back of her neck. Running out of breath, she turns apprehensively to face the enemies, only to see a headless mechanoid with its lower torso torn off. A few strands of wire dangling from the carcass. You take a deep breath and chuck the mechanoid head away. You're still hoping serum works in a mind. She stares at you widely, looking very afraid. You! Interesting to think that this probably happened during the story. This was the process of you connecting with her. Yeah, I heard someone told me what happens if you do it. I couldn't do it myself. I couldn't bring myself to do it. The girl, the construct before you freezes. Her fearful look melts into a daze. She stands there, petrified like a rock. Look at the look on your face. This is just downright uncanny. The leader of the Ascendants, a most fearsome enemy, now standing dumbfounded before you like some innocent little girl. Looking at her, you find yourself dumbfounded as well. Her confusion must be contagious. Who are you? Might have been. You, Luna. I'm Luna. You're not a baddie? Oh, this is Luna as a child. This is her memories of her childhood. Baddie? Baddie? Stay away from me. This Luna is a lot more expressive than the one you know. Wait. As she skirts away immediately, you reach for her hand, but only her fluttering hair brushes past. Before you can even react, the world before you spins around like a whirlpool. This is a cool effect. The ground curls up like a canvas, and Luna lets out a small yelp of surprise. Like a leaf, she is almost instantaneously drawn into the center of the whirlpool, disappearing into the warp space. This got really interesting. This could be like a lot of canon lore. I'm actually really excited for this one now. Luna Laurel 2. You feel an immense lightness enveloping you in the surroundings. Gravity seems to have gone missing in this place. Streams of data, taking the form of cubes, flow into the space. They quickly transform, converge, and begin to rebuild into a floor, walls, everything. When you finally feel the grasp of gravity once more and land safely on the ground, you find yourself in a new world. Your mind is rebuilding itself. The place is deep underground, a subterranean city made up of cold steel in a giant rift. Luna. Your hunch tells you that you can find her in a certain place. Groping through your memories, you manage a path to your destination in the center. On your way there, you see discarded weapons, including your pistol. your pistol. At the end of the path, you see a familiar white girl again, as well as another figure, also somewhat acquainted with you. Gabriel? Miss Luna, allow me to apologize for my impudence for... I assure you that, Miss Luna, I shall fulfill my duties as a chosen of the Ascension Network to its fullest. Luna is standing at the top of the abyssal rift. Gabriel is facing her, his mechanical wings extended in full, looking like a fallen angel that has crawled out from hell. Under the gargantuan shade of Gabriel, Luna looks even smaller than she is. And to do so, I shall have to cleanse the world of imperfect agents. The power I have displayed, is it not enough to make you? Do you not realize your heart is your blemish, your emotions are your weakness? Gabriel raises his hand, and the cages of his bulky fingers beats a human heart, frail and powerless. No. Ever since your sister became an Ascendant, your power as an agent has been weakening. You are no longer fit to be an agent. You are no longer fit to realize our ambitions. Gabriel squeezes his fingers, blood drips between the cracks. You know that this is not real, but you still find the scene terrifying. Enough! Luna moans in pain, as if in tune with the rhythm of her cries. The space around you also distorts, like a television tuned to a dead channel, flaring up in static. You also flare up, as if smoldered by flames. To stop Gabriel. You fire a bullet at Gabriel's right chest. It would spell death for a normal human, but clearly it is not Gabriel's weak point. You've seen the armor on this frickin' man. You seem to have achieved the equivalent of chucking a pebble at a giant. Gabriel turns and trains his gaze on the offender, namely. Stop messing with her right now. Who do you think you are? I think this is one of those cases where you're supposed to say both. I'm Commandant of Babylonia, and who do you think you are? I shall deal with you after I am done with her. Whatever you're trying to do, I'm getting out of this place, which means I need her. During your exchange, you slowly inch towards Luna and manage to hide her behind you. Try and stop me now. Splendid. How splendid. A false agent coupled with a weak, pathetic, pitiful human. Luna. Luna's eyes are wide open. She seems to have yet to recover from this nightmare. The realistic Gabriel you have here. What? Good gun. You fire several shots at Gabriel, none of them land. Enough, human. Your little show is pointless. Miss Luna, do you not find it disgraceful that you are being protected by a lowly human? But no matter, I shall end it for... Before Gabriel can finish, a massive clang cuts him off. You are not aiming at Gabriel, but the dangling metal plate above him. What? The impact of the metal plate causes Gabriel to fall deep into the abyss. You immediately grab Luna's arm and run. The impact can only buy you so much time. Enough! Let go! You manage to a good 10 meters or so before Luna tries to wriggle out of your hold. Before Luna can escape, you pull her wrist, forcefully spinning her around. Quickly binding both of her arms, you press her against the wall. Classic pinning technique. You then swiftly point your gun at her temple. I'll let go, but only after I get what I want. Aw, don't threaten her. You really think you can keep me in place like this? I need an explanation first. Let go, not with this humiliating position. Loosen your hold. You loosen the hold upon her arms, but you still keep your gun pointed at her. That's my line. I need an explanation. Luna seems to have recovered a little, and has returned to her usual self. Even with your gun hanging on her temple, she seems unfazed. Now answer my question. Ask. You realize that you are inside your mind. My mind? My mind. I don't know what you're talking about. Gabriel betrayed me. I have to punish him. It has nothing to do with you. Doesn't remember the last scene. As the owner of her mind, Luna's emotions can affect her entire mind space, which means that your life depends on hers here. Tell me something. What? Are you part of my dreams? No. Then why are you here? I'm just temporarily trapped here. Then why did you do that just now? I want to get out of this place. I see. You wake me from my dream. I don't know why, but I can't wake up. I can help you. But I don't trust you. Drop gun. You drop your gun. Almost instantly, Luna half raises a hand at you. You remember this move. If this were reality, she would have torn apart space itself and turned you into commandments. But nothing happens. She merely keeps her hand raised. You must be like the monsters in my dreams, trying to kill me. But I'm not that easy. Even in my dreams, I don't let my guard down. Sorry to disappoint you. If I don't kill you, you'll kill me. I know that. This is how my nightmares work. That is fucked up. That suggests... Because we know Luna has clung onto her humanity, even though becoming an Ascendant, becoming corrupted. That suggests that every nightmare, every time she sleeps, she has nightmares of being chased by the corrupted. The corrupted are trying to kill the human part of her mind. And she fights them off every time. That's what that sounds like. That's kinda crazy. As far as we know, she's been a construct for 6 years. Could you imagine if every time you went to sleep, you were running from your life, fighting for your life, for 6 years? Like, it's possible she doesn't sleep every day, but jeez. Anytime she gets rest, she has to deal with that. Some rest. Before I manage to get out, I'll let you choose. You can go alone, or you can go with me. Why are you trusting me still? Not my first time trusting you anyways. You'll regret this. Maybe. Insolent. Despite saying so, Luna lowers her hand. People call me that all the time. Before Luna can finish, your surroundings begin to distort like before. Luna's lips are still moving, but her words do not travel through the broken reality. Torn apart into cubes of data, you both levitate from the ground. A whirlpool of data floods in. I'll find you. Did Luna catch what you said? The once Ascendant leader stares intently at you, until the two of you are overwhelmed by the data stream. Oh, I'm so excited to see one. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh. This one is so interesting. Part 3. Oh my god, we're back on the beach. Because we know she was there. Breezy night, white beaches, salty air. You push yourself up from the sand. Some seems to have gotten into your mouth. Ugh. This place is Venus Splash Park. Unlike the last time you were here, you see the entire water park ablaze with lights. Joyous Golden Age tunes played by an accordion wander into your ears. You walk towards the water park. On your way there, you see more and more service robots. Have a looky, have a gander. Would you like a live performance, friend? Hey buddy, do you want a glass of martini? Deftly rotating the wheel beneath it, the service robot slides before you while holding a plate with two of its arms. It bows using the other two mechanical arms in a gentlemanly permit. No thanks. Aha, right? Underage drinking is illegal. As far as we know, the commandant isn't underage, I don't think. Maybe they are, but I don't think so. The robot announces in blaring robotic tone. It turns, splashing you with some of the content inside the glasses, proceeding to completely ignore you. It continues on its quest to provide martini for human. Underage? A customer, another one, another customer. Another? Please, good fellow, come with me, come with me. The dainty-looking robot jumps up and down before you. It must have too much energy. Oh, gotta find the other customer. The greatest performance is now live at Venus Splash Park. The robot tugs you, leading you before a building. You see the Watermelon Amau selling ice cream and souvenirs there. Several other robots are cheerfully giving away snacks and toys. Here, kiddo, have this. Thanks. Yay, yay! Seeing you receive the gift, the watermelon cheerily yelps and rolls away in the distance. The cafe unit eventually leads you to a theater hall. You make out a banner scrawled on the crayon letters, Death of Shomei, on top of the stage. Oh boy. What kind of cult is this? You look for Luna in the dim-lit spectator area, but instead find every other single robot gazing heatedly at you. Their eyes flicker in an eerie sheen, looking all the more terrifying in the darkness. Let's not try anything just yet. Oh, Sharkspear. Showtime! Showtime! A spotlight flares up in the middle of the theater stage. Sharkspear, who has gotten on it since who knows when, is heralding the start of the show. Showtime! Showtime! Sharkspear's head falls off, revealing Shomei's face inside, indignantly blinking. Boo, that's creepy. Luna, do you really think you have everything under control? Do you really think no one knows what you're planning? You must be disappointed. Before you learned of the truth from me, have you ever thought that you'd be stripped of your status as an agent? How does it feel when things go awry? But this is nothing, nothing compared to the pain you have caused in others. You will never find happiness in your life. Not this one, not your next, or the one after. Repent by suffering for 1,000-fold the pain you've caused. You deserve this, and your sister too must bear the burden of your sin. It's kind of sad, because I understand why people would be mad at Luna. Luna was doing everything to create a paradise for her and her sister, but that's not technically what they were actually doing as Ascendants, and she wasn't technically the one in control. Shut up! Luna's voice reverberates from a corner in the darkness, audibly irate. The robots all stare at her fixedly. Why are you all looking at me like that? No, go away. Luna. In the few moments where you were taken by the play, the robots seem to have grown in numbers. You try to leave your seat, but the walls upon walls of steel block your way. The darkness does little to help you find Luna. Stage. Tumbling around, you manage to crawl to the stage. You pull apart the heavy curtains, somehow find the spotlights trained on you. Free her. You catch the attention of all the robots. They rush at you like ants swarming around honey. With the mechanoids dispersed around her, you see that Luna has been standing next to the exit. She notices your gaze, but there's a lost expression about her. Her eyes meet yours over sheets of mechanoids in the spectator seats, eventually focusing on them. Stay there. You mouth the words. You cannot tell if she heard you, but she does stand there, still and silent. Looking around, you settle your sights on a banner around the stage, one dangling with balloons and ribbon. You fish out the gift of the watermelon given you earlier and fashion a lasso of the packaging ribbon. Giving it a good throw, it latches onto the banner, then tested for integrity, you hop and take to the air. As the wall grows closer and closer, you let go, mentally judging the distance. You land perfectly, with a thud, right next to a mechanoid. Man just frickin' improvised some Indiana Jones crap. Just a tiny accident. The mechanoids take immediate notice of you. Without another word, you grab Luna's hand and run. Just like the last time. I feel like in order for her to get out, she has to fight. I think in order for her to get out of these nightmares, she has to be stronger than her regrets. Which, yikes on the Gabriel one. Where are we going? But this time she does not struggle like the last, and from her questions, she seems to know nothing about the water park. That's not true, she was there. Somewhere they can't reach us. So, where? The highest place. The highest place? I'm assuming if you said highest place, she'd be like, why? And then you say that somewhere they can't get you. You both hurtle out of the theater, leaving behind everything. The lights, the music, the band of mechanoids. Only the whistling wind grazes the two of you. Luna's hand is slender, delicate to the point that it feels brittle. To think such world-ending power hides within. The ethereal lightness of Luna almost gives you an illusion that you are flying a kite by dragging her along. So the two of you reach the entrance of the tallest building in the water park, the Ferris wheel. There's a problem with that one. It's the tallest. Once you're at the top, it starts coming down. Is this the highest place? Should be. The Ferris wheel looks nothing like you remember. Where there should have been glass capsules, there are instead pairs upon pairs of roundabout horses. The hell? The roundabout horses, exuding a warm orange radiance, are circling each other, rising from the Ferris wheel. Some mad genius must have decided to glue a bunch of roundabouts to the attraction. Oh my god. No choice. As a horse passes in front of you, you grab its head and hop on. You turn to look at Luna. Extend your hand. Behind her, the mechanoids are screeching in terrible noises, closing in. The world parts in two, freezing in time. One of a terrifying nightmare, one of a dreamy wonderland. Luna's caught in between, looking over at you. He then takes a step forward and catches your hand, and with that, time ticks again. What happens next? Luna clutches onto the head of the roundabout horse. Glancing downward, you can see the mechanoids still wreathing around on the ground. Phew. The girl in white turns and looks over. Her expression is one of mystery. Under the glow of the amber light, the girl is illuminated in a half shade. The wind blows stronger as the two of you rise higher and higher. The odd and fantastic Ferris wheel only serves to add to the surreal air of the event. Luna is opposite to you, her two massive bundles of white hair fluttering in the wind. A few tufts of hair flicker by her eyes, and only then did you realize even her eyelashes are pure white. Beneath those lashes you find her light golden pupils. Not a ripple of emotion nor disturbance can be seen, but they do emit a certain warmth. It reminds you of a dew-touched morning, late spring, calm, broken. What are you laughing at? Just how sudden all this is. How sudden this is. Like what's happening now. Like those games that Kamui plays. I don't get it. This Ferris wheel. Luna really does not seem to get it. Ferris wheels don't look like this. Ferris wheels and roundabouts are different. Is that so? A light shade of redness seems to have surfaced on Luna's face. All of a sudden, the atmosphere takes an awkward turn. I've never been on a Ferris wheel before. I don't know about the details. Yeah, she saw it from a distance. A long time ago, I once hid in a theme park with my sister. I wanted to try the rides in the theme park, so she did everything she could to power up the facilities. But before we could try them, the sounds attracted a horde of corrupted over. And so we never quite knew what a Ferris wheel is like. Pretty nice too. If I never came to this place, I would never have gone to such a special ride. You must be one of those types that can get a laugh out of anything. Pretty much. Life lemonade, all in the mind. If you didn't stop me just now, I could have destroyed all those mechanoids. They aren't built for combat. We got rid of them now. Why are you doing this? It's when you wake up, we won't remember anything that happened deep in your mind. Why are you helping me? Because I can't get out unless you're also safe, probably. Tell me what you want. You know what's the Tyndall effect? Okay, I kind of want to look that up. That sounds really familiar, but I'm not 100%. Oh. See, that's why it sounds familiar. I would have known what they were saying if they were talking about Tyndall scattering. It's the kind of light that comes between trees and stuff and whatnot. That kind of like seeing rays of light in the requires mist or something else to be in the air. Of course, when light passes through something with suspended particles, it becomes visible. Which means even when we're lost, it goes away. What are you trying to say? Maybe you're the Tyndall light in this dream. What if it doesn't work? We'll find another way. Where does your confidence even come from? You're not just believing in me blindly, but others too. Leave this to me. Oh right, this is for you. What's that? Aww. The gift was a nightlight? Okay, that's really cute. Because that's literally her gift item. That's actually cute that the gift has lore to it. You take out the gift, now devoid of its wrappings. It reveals itself to be a small nightlight. A lamp? Amau gave me this by the entrance. This is the first time I've received a gift from someone other than my sister. I feel like you'll like it. Luna hesitates, but eventually extends her hands. Presenting her with a gift seems to have taken her by surprise. As Luna's fingertips are about to reach the lamp, the world falls apart again. But bad timing. Not gonna lie, I wish they would do more stuff with mines. I think the idea of like a weird Wonderland-like world, something completely crazy and mixed up in someone's mind would be really cool to see more of. But, well, 5. You open your eyes and find yourself in a completely different place. This place looks to be a landfill. The stench of gasoline and rotten food fills the air. Oh, is this where I think it is? Under the glimmering light, you manage to make out piles of scrap in front. You approach them and realize that they are all construct remains. It's the construct graveyard. It's where they dumped Luna. It's where they dumped a lot of people. Look for Luna first. You hear something on the other side of the landfill. You decide to go and check. You see Luna standing in a pile of corrupted remains, staring at another girl. Luna looks younger than usual. Oh, they actually made a younger version? Sister. Oh, this is gonna be that part. Oh no. Luna whimpers. Be going back in time for her. Enough, you're just another filthy corrupted. The girl before Luna, also a construct, shouts vehemently. Boy. Sister, you had me kill those corrupted and I did it. They're all dead. Why are you looking at me like this? Luna trembles, trying to hold the hand of the girl. In Luna's youth. You must be going back in time. In her mind space, the deepest scars are always buried in the deepest recesses of one's mind, to which you must be drawing near. Get lost. I only found some ugly plushie, and you kept clinging to me like I'm your sister. I don't have a corrupted sister like you. Die, corrupted, die. I'm going to Babylonia, and you filth should just rot here. The girl points her handgun at Luna and is about to pull the trigger. But Luna simply stands there with a face drowned in sadness. Watch out! You push Luna out of the way immediately. She drops her knife, one she has unknowingly wielded, and stumbles for a few steps. She finally comes to, her expression returns to normal. You're standing in my way. You are about to be shot. The female construct glares at you with a dreadful look on her face. That's a corrupted. She's evil. Get out of my way and let me kill her. Stay away from her. If I kill her, I can go to Babylonia. That's not how it works. Shut up, it is. Try stop me if you can. Kill me if you dare. Come kill me, huh? Kill me. Go away. The female construct is practically begging for Luna to kill her. For some reason, a voice in your heart tells you that this is a crossroad in Luna's life, where there's no turning back. Luna willingly picks up the knife, now dirtied by the ground, and approaches the construct. Don't do this, Luna. Kill sister. No. Come, kill me, and you'll be an ascendant. You can do whatever you want. Enough. You pick up the construct up by the collar. You find yourself consumed with rage. Enough is enough. Damn it. Damn you all. Disgusting, wretched, corrupted. The construct stomps and struggles, but she eventually leaves resentfully. You okay? What's wrong with you? Why are you stopping me? Luna has a ghastly expression on her face, but she seems more in control right now. Get out. Get out of my dream. If I could, I would. Luna lowers her head and stares at her hands. They are smeared with blackish mud. You cannot tell what must have truly happened in this memory fragment. What made you think you could do that? You don't need to do the same thing twice. Insolent. Luna bites her lips, seemingly trembling from head to toe. She then wipes her hands on the fabric before her chest, trying to clean them. You hand her a handkerchief of yours. I have an idea of how to wake up. People build safe zones in their mind. If we reach that place, we might be able to leave. Safe zone. As if running out of energy, Luna collapses. As she falls into your arms, the world shifts. Not a fan of there being two versions of events. I don't think there's really two different versions of events. I think the same things basically happened. The trailer kind of shows off part of it a little differently, but we saw what happened in the interlude, and then the trailer happens, I guess, in the middle of the interlude, but towards the end. I do kind of wish that trailer was in the game. I wish it played that during her interlude, but oh well. Chapter 6. Darkness. Never-ending darkness. Luna can hear her sister calling. She fears the dark. The loneliness is suffocating. Are we at the church? Why? Why can't I wake up? A reddish glow flickers in the distance. It is the only thing visible for Luna in the darkness. Is this the lab? Oh god, is this the lab? Oh, dark. She's never been struck with such pain before in her life. Becoming an Ascendant would mean that she has nothing to fear anymore, or so she once thought. But just a pitiful dream, a piece of memory buried in her mind, has broken her. Sister, anyone, please. She extends her hand to grasp at something. That red flickering light shines like a lighthouse at sea. She reaches for it like a drowning soul. Oh, is this when she first woke up in the dump? Her mind tells her not to reach for it, but the painful memories in the past etched into her very instincts, and so she reaches for the red glow. Something terrible, something painful must have happened there. That glow must not be light, but a horrible truth. Like a moth drawn to flame, Luna reaches for the light uncontrollably. And no, I don't think they've managed to recapture her. Like I said, I think the trailer was in the middle. I think the trailer was as she was leaving, as she gained her power, kind of. Maybe it slightly changed how they showed it, just not to spoil the interlude, but eh. The memories are a shackle upon her. She's repeating the past, things she cannot change. Like replaying a video, Luna can only be abandoned, betrayed, and forced on a path of no return. A path built upon innumerable souls over her. The red light is getting closer. No, no. Luna closes her eyes, afraid of what is about to come. But when she reaches her hand out, she comes in contact with something soft instead. Luna. Oh, it's actually young Luna this time. The Luna before you opens her eyes, face full of disbelief. She seems to look even younger than before. Are you okay? Light. Right, this place is too dark here. Good thing we've got this nightlight. Why are you... Not that bright, but pretty handy. That's small, but bright for its size. You pick up the small Luna up. She is so light that you almost feel like you're holding a balloon. We're getting deeper. I'm right about this. Enough. What's the matter? You speak too much. Luna silences you. You only hear the sound of your breaths as you walk. Under the silence, you two eventually make it out. The moon is just rising, but already bright enough to light up the entire place. Turns out you'd been in yet another landfill the whole time. The blinding darkness just then feels almost like a dream now. Now? What now? Do you feel better now? Stop it! Don't think you know me just because you went through my memories. We are different, where we stand and everything. No. But you're not as cruel as you make out to be. I've been talking to the real you this whole time. I don't need you to pity me. She stares at you with an expression you have not seen before, one of malformed pride welded together from thorns and blood. And these thorns spread out and encase her. At the same time, the world is torn apart as if by a tempest. Under the moonlight, Luna perches in the eye of the storm. The rippling winds, her flitting white gown, they come together like mist. The winter sky, like the traceless clouds, a dove dying, plummeting. It falls dark. Oh boy. 7. Let us sing, for all will be well. Is the church? Yeah. You open your eyes to find yourself in a corridor. Looking at the furnishings, this seems to be an abandoned church. Most of the paint is peeled off, giving a discordant feeling to the room. A faint song sung by children can be heard from beyond the wall. You move through the corridor and hear some people speaking at the end of it. Maybe the soldiers? Oh no. It's when you tried to go back for food. But I already ate all of it. What do you want me to do? Yeah, what do you want? No one to blame but your own gullible selves. Please. Lucia. Please, my sister and I won't be able to live through this winter. Lucia, I'm sorry. Luna stands out in the crowd of children, but she does not seem to notice. Lucia, this time I can protect you, she mumbles, slowly raising the dagger in her hand. Oh my god. If I do this, then all of this wouldn't have happened. Luna, come to yourself. Hearing someone call for her, she turns over stiffly. Seeing that it is you, she reveals an icy smirk. Nimnim, do you not realize that I am Luna herself? Your mind is being corrupted. If I kill you here, kill everyone here, I can remove my weakness. If I do so, I'll become the most formidable agent. I can protect Lucia and live with her in a new world. That will cause your mind to collapse. I don't believe in you. I don't believe in anyone. I paid too much for believing in others. I only trust my own hands. If I didn't believe in Gabriel, if Shome's fantasies were real, if I didn't kill that sister of mine in the landfill, if only I went through the construct modification successfully, if only I managed to protect my sister, if only I never lent out the food we saved for winter. I tell this to a lot of people. What ifs are the most painful thing you can do to yourself. Never ask yourself what if. Never ask yourself what you could have done differently. Be okay with what you did and move forward. And learn from what you did. Because this shows it really well. If you dwell on the past, what if I did this, what if I did that, what if I did this, you're gonna kill yourself on the inside. It's such a painful thing to do. Only it weren't for you messing it all up. I'm just trying to go back and destroy it all. This is my dream, but can constructs dream? I don't even remember the dreams in my childhood. If Ascendants have dreams, they must be like mine. Dark, sinister, and foul. Emotions are getting muddled. I know of people who held on to their humanity, even under more horrific circumstances than mine. That is not who I am. Every step I've taken is my very own decision. Just like how you weren't a part of my life. Whatever you do now is pointless. I am the Ascension Network agent, Luna, and forever will be. She trembles, a certain human holds onto her hand, and the dagger falls from her grip. The children around scream at her, calling her a monster, and run away. I don't know what's right, but I know that this is what I do. The human hugs the pure white construct. The The arms firm and reassuring, like an anchor. Dreams shouldn't be like that. This wouldn't happen in the real world. I don't agree nor understand why you'd do this. But I do feel you're in need. How lost you are. What you have been through. The betrayals you faced. Everything. You know full well that when you wake from this dream, you will both return to reality, return to being enemies, return to your duties. But, at the very least, for you right now, you deserve a better dream. Wind tunnels through the room, it envelops the figure like a warm veil and reshuffles the world. When the gale finally comes to a rest, the room becomes a simple but cozy children's room. Everything's changed. The weight of the girl presses on your shoulders as if she's suddenly taken on a real form. I see, so this is how it feels. Under the glimmering light of a small room, Luna's thin lips seem to have curled into a faint smile on her pale face. Safe now. I feel like I've heard this before. You're safe now. Really? No need to worry, won't be harmed. Sister, if only I could stay asleep forever in this dream. Stay by my side until I fall asleep. The dreamlike girl before you murmurs. Her usual calm, collected look resurfaces. You leave the nightlight on the bed table. Finally, you manage to give her the present. A wave of fatigue washes over you, and you feel your signal connection grow clearer and clearer. Finally, it's over. Hello, did you also read every story of Genshin and Honkai? I did. I didn't stream all of Genshin's story, and I don't have VODs of it all on my channel. Genshin kind of upsets me a little bit, but I do try to stream some of it. I will be streaming the new stuff. But there is some chapters I did in my own time. But Honkai I do. I'm gonna be doing chapter 30 after we finish this. And I'm also replaying the story. I did chapter 14 like a month and a half ago. I have to get the VOD out on my YouTube. I'm really late on that one, I'm sorry. But I'm going to be continuing the story from chapter 15 maybe in a week or two. I have to try and... There's been so much going on, I have to make time for it, but we'll see. But yeah, I do both of those as well. And yes, I do read everything out loud. Let us sing, for all will be well. Blossoming flowers and sea-washed sandcastles, milk and warm bread, and birch tinder that crackles. Okay, how does this end? That sounded like that was gonna lead to where she wakes up. So where does this go? Is it the back at the fight, or is it gonna be the ending? The sing for all will be well. Blossoming flowers and sea-washed sandcastles, milk and warm bread, and birch tinder that crackles. Let us prepare, for all will go foul. Mire-sunken conflicts and steps made in struggle, blood and hot iron and heads burnt in puddles. Nim. Luna? If I'd met you instead back then, where are you? You see Luna devoured by the polyphage through its translucent maw, looking like an embryo caged within an artificial womb. Nim, connect to me. No way. You must be tired. Commandant. Who is that? Oh. Commandant, after all that, you must be very tired. Sorry for disturbing you. Okay. I recovered the data we sent through the terminal. We can now determine that the signal within the red tide is indeed Luna's. Teenage figure near the window glances at you from the files in his hand. I've virtually double restructured the data through Spear of FOS, but I didn't experience it myself after all. There might still be discrepancy between the reconstructed data and what you went through. We begin to work on this after you are fully recovered. I'll tell Asimov about it. See? You deny Lee's kind offer for a little more time off. but find that he's still staring at you. Something on my face. Nothing. If you're ready, then that's fine by me as well. Now, we just need you to go through and confirm the relevant data on Luna we found in the Red Tide. Understood. Commandant, your face. It's half red. What do you mean? Sorry, it must have been because you were sleeping sideways. It's nothing. It'll go away in a minute. You check your cheeks and find a little uneven and warm. Must have gone red. Turning around, you examine your figure on the glass window. The sight of you touching your cheek suddenly reminds you of a scene in your memories. So you too, are you part of my dreams? Data on Luna, huh? Yeah, from our current observations, the Red Tide only consumes consciousnesses going through near-death experiences within it. Human or construct, when they face death, their deepest emotions hidden inside their memories become bare. This also matches with the consciousness data that we've seen in the Red Tide. Going through a retinal scan, the two of you enter Asimov's lab. Don't make unapproved conclusions without me. The sample size is too small, we can't say for sure, but I know we'll get to the bottom of it. Pretty invested in this, Asimov. First things first, though, you'll have to fully cooperate, Grey Raven Commandant. Fully cooperative all the time. You're the only Commandant to have connected to Luna's mind, and I presume it's not just once. What are you? Relax. I'm not here to prosecute your Commandant. This is just mere detective guess. I never knew the Chief Technician had a say in our tactical decisions. It's okay. You're right. Do whatever you want in the field. I couldn't care less. I just want data, so you know what to do. Put this on. It's installed with Luna's consciousness data found inside the Red Tide. This will simulate the situation of Luna's consciousness sample, reacting with the observation target of Lucia. You are Lucia's Commandant, and I have also linked with Luna without much emotional influence. You are the best candidate for a observer. Well then, let's go. Loading. Consciousness link detected. You open your eyes to find yourself in a long corridor. Sis, what are you doing? A small blonde girl materializes out of thin air next to you. She raises her head, looking at you, beaming with a warm smile. Luna? The consciousness consumed and rebuilt by the Red Tide are not the consciousness beings themselves. These are only bait used by the Red Tide, which is why they take on the appearance and form that can most affect the related subjects. I see. Walking further onward, the Luna behind dissipates like fog. A new Luna appears before you. Sister, look what I found. It's canned meat, and still edible. Did I do good? Don't respond. Okay. Sister, it's snowing outside. Let's go build snowmen together. Sister, it's kinda cold. Sister, your hand's so warm. Let's hold hands. Myriad lunar figures fade in and out around you. Innocent, cheerful, and frisky, these must have been the happiest memories in Luna's mind. You know deep down that these are illusions created by the Red Tide. You try your best to ignore these shades and move forward. Wow, I love this present. My hands are cold. Can we hold hands? Why are you ignoring me? Luna stays behind you this time instead of fading away. She looks dejectedly at you. Is it because I wasn't good enough? Sorry. I'll try harder. I'll grow stronger. Don't leave me behind. I get why people are lured by the Red Tide now. Didn't you say you'd change everything for me? Focus. You reach the end of the corridor and find yourself surrounded by complete darkness. Only a pitch-black door can be seen. Open the door. Warm light spills out from the door crack. You find a simple but somewhat worn-out children's room. What? Nothing. You walk inside and see Luna sleeping on the bed. But not the Luna shades you've been seeing. This is the grown-up Luna, the Ascendant. Somehow, the word safe springs to your mind and you see her hair sprawled on her cheeks. Bed. Your heart rate is rising. What's the matter? Do you remember when you told me about the self-defense mechanism of a mind? You mean the Drowner effect? What's wrong? Drowner effect? Something from an earlier age when construct tech wasn't that mature. If a commandant's mind beacon with a construct isn't stable enough, or if they aren't compatible, the mind will try to get rid of the intruder. What happens then? Let's imagine the mind is an ocean. A construct is like someone that's drowning. So they'll instinctively grab at anything they can. But that's nothing to worry about now. The compatibility of our modern constructs blows the earlier models out of the water. You can be rest assured that the Drowner effect won't happen. After all, if this happens even once, we'd lose precious commandant personnel. We don't have that many to spare. Why are you asking me this all of a sudden? Just remembering something. Do drowned constructs remember anything? In their mind, theoretically they should, but it's been ages since I've done research on that topic. You've got some ideas you want to share. Tell you if I think of any. Asimov snorts over the channel and falls silent. Carefully scan the room. Such a warm and quiet room it is. The deepest, safest place. Mind. She spent her childhood here with Lucia. This must be the memories she treasures the most. So, any findings? Nothing really. That's what Lucia said as well. Said these memories should be Luna's. What was it again? Most precious moments. Well then, let's get you out of there. I think this is just a blank page I have to click on. Yeah. Lee and Liv have to help out in Asimov's lab, so you decide to leave on your own. The sights you saw through the shades and the experience in Luna's mind seem to have strangely matched up. In the red tide projections, you clearly saw a reddish nightlight next to her bed. You would never forget the shape of it. What happened deep in her mind was not just a mere dream, might not have been pointless. Maybe everything is going differently than the way you thought it would. Maybe some things are really changing. Pausing at the bridge, you see an old friend, a pale blue planet, rotating silently in the vast expanse of space. And this half-broken planet is where that snow-like construct, where she came from. She's still on there. We meet again. For myself. Oh, that was so good. That was good setup. I'm going to... See, there's two possibilities, right? There's two possibilities there. Either those memories were in the red tide because she was eaten by the beast. I can't remember what it was called. Big dinosaur thingy that had Alpha's arm. When she was connected to that, you connected to her, and maybe it got those memories then, or after the fight when she went missing, she was connected to it again, maybe. Who knows? Maybe she's in control of it. I doubt it, but who knows? But it's interesting. Because, again, I try to avoid spoilers. I do it as much as I can. I'm pretty sure she's gonna come back in the story, though. But... yeah, that was worth it. That is... I don't know if it's fair to say that was the best one. I would say it probably was the best one. Really well written. It was the longest, had the most to it. But to me, that was basically part of the main story. That was basically like a hidden chapter of the main story that they left out and you have to earn. Because it gives you genuine lore of what happened during the main story that they kind of kept from us. Oh, that was so good though. I don't think it's fair, but I do think that's probably the best one.